Today, I'm going to be talking about whether you should put your Etsy shop name in your tags, because that used to be helpful with the way that Etsy search worked, but it's a little bit different now. So let's go over to Etsy and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Over on Etsy, when people are searching for your shop, they are going to be typing it into the search bar, and they might type it in the normal way, which most people would do. So I'm going to use my vintage shop for this example. So we have circus, pig, vintage. This is how most people would type the name of a shop in, with spaces in between it. The Etsy way is to put everything in as one word, but we're doing the spaces just because that's what most people would do. Down here at the very bottom, it says find shop names containing circus, pig, vintage. Most people aren't necessarily going to see that, and this might look different on the app, and that's a problem because the way that the app looks is going to be what a lot of people see because they're using the app. But let's go ahead and search for circus, pig, vintage to see what comes up. Now, it's all the listings that have anything to do with circus, pig, and vintage. Right here at the top, it says, did you mean the shop circus, pig, vintage? Whether someone's going to see that or not is a different question. What I'm going to do is now put circus, pig, vintage in as one word. And right away, it says right here up at the top of the search suggested, it says find shop names containing circus, pig, vintage. So if I was a customer searching for this, I might see this a little more obviously than having it way down at the bottom, but it's still not going to take me necessarily, I think, to my shop. Let me click here to see. And again, people see things differently on the app than they do on the desktop. This is on the desktop, so it's different. Now, none of my listings are coming up that I can see right at the top, but it's bringing up a lot of things that have the word circus, pig, and vintage in it because that's what I searched for. And if I do click on, do you mean the shop, it will take you to my shop. I do not have my shop name in my tags. So if I put the shop name in the tags, would that help me be found? Not necessarily. What I'm going to do now is go over to my cake shop, a cake to remember. And this is all one word. It's the way that Etsy does it. So it does say, did you mean the shop, a cake to remember? So people could click there if they see that. But all of my listings are also coming up. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them are coming up. But it's also bringing up people who sell things that are similar to mine. This is not my listing. This is not my listing. So it's not just my shop listings when you type that in. Now, if I'm going to type in a cake to remember, like most normal people would, instead of putting it all together, it brings up different results. And again, here's the shop at the top. Now, I do not think that I have my shop name in any of these listings. Let me check just to be on the safe side, but you can go down to the bottom of the page to see what the tags are. A cake. See, I don't put my shop name in my listings. It's not necessary. It just depends on whether when you search for your shop, it's going to come up with a lot of other things that are related to that. Like circus, pig, vintage has a lot of listings about circus pigs, I guess, on Etsy. And so it brings that kind of thing up. Probably what you should do is just test this out for yourself. Put your shop name in one of your tags and see if you start getting some hits for that when people search for it. But in general, when someone searches for a shop, it will say, did you mean the shop, right up at the top here? And whether they see that or not, again, is another question. But there are times where I have seen this not show up. So did you mean the shop? And then the shop name, I have seen that not show up. And what you have to do is go up here and click again. And then it says find shop names containing circus, pig, vintage. So as far as whether you should put your shop name in your tags or not, I would say you don't have to, but if you want to hedge your bets and be on the safe side, go ahead and do it. It's not going to hurt or help that much, but it might make a slight difference in how Etsy does display your shop in the search results. If people are searching for your shop name, then there should be something that shows up at the top that says, did you mean the shop, a cake to remember, or whatever your shop name is. That's it for now, and I will be back with another tip later.